Hey everyone, this is Anuradha Gray from pestremovalwarrior.com, and in this video I'm going to talk about how to get rid of insects in plants. Now before we continue this video, don't forget to click on the subscribe button to the notification bell so that I can give you updates about my video and also help my channel grow. Insects in plants can be really problematic because these insects can do serious harm to the plants if not treated on time, and if this insects keeps on living, it can grow and totally damage the plant and can also kill the plant. So it's better to get rid of the insect beforehand before they start infesting your plant to a great extent. So if you can do that, you can actually save your plants and can also save your close by plants, because the insect doesn't only stays on the plants, it can travel from one plant to another, and if you do not stop them on the while the infestation is at its beginning stage, the infestation will continue to increase and can damage many plants across that place. So it's important to know few techniques that you can use to get rid of these insects, and those techniques have to be really effective because you don't want them to wait for a really long time and all of your other plants start getting infested with this. So make sure to follow this technique that I am going to mention in this video, and you can use them to get rid of the excessive insects on your plants and can stop your infestations. So the number one technique that I am going to say is pesticide spray. Now this thing is there are different kind of pesticide sprays that can actually comes in can also. Now these pesticide spray actually have pesticides in them. There are other chemicals also that are really effective with different kind of insects. Now since pesticides works on various kinds of insects, you can actually buy them and use it over them, and that will get rid of the excessive amount of infestation from your plants. Now make sure to wear proper gloves and proper mask while you are spraying this, because you need to understand that pesticides can be harmful if you inhale it too much. Because pesticides, the chemical, it is not completely suitable for humans, although it is widely used and it is used around all kind of different industries for agriculture and every kind of places. But you have to understand that the pesticide itself is not really good for humans. So even after the plant, you have used the pesticides over the plants, and once you start seeing the results, wash away the excessive amount of pesticides on the plant, because you don't want them to stay there for a very long time. So normally when you consume any kind of those plants, you actually consume after washing it, so it doesn't really create that much of impact. However, some amount of pesticide does goes into our body. So pesticide is not really good, so while you are spraying, make sure to wear the gloves and the mask. Second way is to use peppermint spray. The peppermint spray is has a really strong smell, and that repels most of the insects. However, there is only one problem with peppermint spray, that is you have to taste it before using it, because the peppermint spray is really strong and can damage plants' leaves and also the plants to some extent. So make sure to taste it on a plant, but spray it a little bit on a leaf, and if you see that the leaf is not getting damaged, then you can use it over all of the plants. Wear proper gloves and proper mask, because since it's a very strong smell, if you inhale it, it will start burning inside you, and you will feel like a burning sensation happening inside you. You don't want to feel that, of course. That's why make sure to wear a proper protective thing like the gloves and the mask, and then use the peppermint spray over all of this kind of plants, and that you will see the effect almost immediately. The pests over there, the different kind of pests, will die immediately, and you will be glad to see how effective this is. There are different kind of pests that can infest a plant. That is, there can be ants, there can be mealybugs, there are different kind of insects, and peppermint spray actually works really in all of the things. Now the pesticides also works in most of the insects. However, there are some exceptions; they may not work. So you have to make sure while you are applying the pesticide, make sure that it is working on them, because you will see the result really quickly. So once you see it is working, then continue to increase the dosage and continue to use it more often, and you will see the result really quick. Now for the third part, it is a natural remedy, that is neem oil. Now the neem oil is really effective in getting rid of 200 different kind of pests. Now since it is really effective against 200 different kind of pests, you can use it, and since it is a natural remedy, it doesn't really have any side effects. You can safely use it over your plants, and you will see the effect. It will take let's say within a week, because the neem oil is a repellent and it repels the different kinds of insects. So you have to spray it directly over the insects and directly over the infested plant, and you will see the result after a week. And because it's a repellent, it doesn't always kill the insect, but definitely repels them. They will move away from your plants, and your plant will be safe. Now, since neem oil is not a harmful spray, you can use you don't need that much of protective features to actually while you are spraying the neem oil. And since it doesn't have any side effect, it's one of the safest and the most widely used natural remedy to get rid of different kind of pests. It is used worldwide, and many people have found success when using neem oil. The fourth way is to use ethyl alcohol. So the ethyl alcohol is really effective against various kinds of pests. It is strong and it can really repel most of the pests. All you have to do is make a solution. You can buy ethyl alcohol from your local stores, and then just make a solution, mix it with water. And let's say if you have 100 milliliter of water, add at least 50 milliliter of ethyl alcohol over it, and then mix it properly, and then put it in a sprayer and then spray it directly over the pest. Now you have to use it directly over the pest again, because of course in order for it to be effective, it has to touch the insect's body, and the insects will start running away and start dying immediately. The effect is almost immediate, and you will see it really working. Now while you are using the ethyl alcohol, you have to also make sure that since ethyl alcohol is really strong, you also have to wear a proper protective wear. That is, you need to wear a glove and need to wear a mask while you are doing this. Along with that, you need to make sure that the plant is not showing any negative side effects because of ethyl alcohol. Now, some plants can have negative side effects. The leaves can get damaged if you are using ethyl alcohol. So make sure to test the plant before using the ethyl alcohol. Then it will be okay. If it doesn't show any side effects, definitely use it, because this is really an effective remedy that works almost instantly, and that will get rid of most of your pest problem. And it's also really widely available, so you won't have any problem in buying that. But it's really effective. The fifth way is to use water jet. Now, water jet is a really simple remedy that you can use, and it's also used worldwide in order to get rid of various kinds of pests. People who don't want to use chemicals or any kind of other thing, they usually use water jet. The water jet actually works really well in various kinds of pests, and it's really effective. So the thing about water jet is it's a high pressurized water, and it comes at a high speed, get rid of the various kinds of pests from the plant's body. Now you have to use it thoroughly over the plant, and you have to repeat it a few times in order to get rid of the different kind of pests from the plant. Until and unless all of the pests are actually removed from the plant, you cannot stop using it. So it's a really important thing that you see the results, and then only you can stop using. Since it won't show any effect after it has been used, you have to make sure that all of the pests that are infesting the plants are actually removed when you are using the water jet. It's really important. So it can take a lot amount of time, because since you are doing it manually and you are making sure that there are no pests left on the plant, so it can take a lot amount of time. However, it is really effective and is used worldwide, and it is really effective, and you can use it safely, because of course it's the plain water. Some people tend to add soap to it, and that is also really effective in getting rid of various kinds of pests. And that is up to you whether you want to use the soap or not. But usually your water jet is more than enough to get rid of the pests. And once the plants is there, you can use insecticide spray just to get rid of the unwanted pest that has fallen on the ground, because you don't want them to climb back again to the plant. You don't need a big dosage of insecticide over here. Little bit of insecticide is more than enough to get rid of the unwanted pest that has fallen on the ground, and that will keep your plant safe and stop it from further infestation. The sixth and final way is to use Diatomaceous Earth. Diatomaceous Earth is also really effective. Diatomaceous Earth are actually diatoms that actually punctures the pest's body, and by that they get dehydrated from inside, and as a result they die. It can take quite some time. It can take 2 to 3 weeks for it to show effect, but once the pest or the insects come in contact with the Diatomaceous Earth, when they inhale it, it goes within their system. It starts to show its effect after 2 to 3 weeks, but it is already within their system, and it will eventually kill them. That is for sure. Now it is really effective, and you have to and it works really well. Although it's a chemical, so make sure to wear a proper mask and a proper gloves while you are using it. Other than that, it's really effective in getting rid of various kinds of pests. You can buy a Diatomaceous Earth from online stores, and it is also available in local markets also. You can buy it from there, and it's really effective in getting rid of various kinds of pests. It is also a thing that is used worldwide, and they have found various kinds of success. People also use it on the ground, because there are many pests many insects that actually starts infesting from the roots of the plants, and once you put it in the ground, if any insects come in contact with the Diatomaceous Earth, they will immediately get the effect, and within 2 to 3 weeks they will die. Whole generation, their whole population will die once they come in contact with Diatomaceous Earth. Although it takes time, but it's really effective in getting rid of various kinds of pests. So that's it for this video. If you really like this video, don't forget to click on the like, comment and subscribe button. I'm uploading 2 videos every single week. There is on Monday and Friday. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button and notification bell. Thank you.